Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something that kind of feels like a contradiction. We're taking that classic high-fidelity analog sound and, well, shooting it across huge distances using fiber optics.
Yeah, it's where the art of sound really slams into the hard reality of logistics.
Exactly.
And our mission today is to really get into the weeds with the Thor broadcast F-4A-TxRx kit. Because this thing, it solves a huge headache for anyone in live production.
You mean getting sound from A to B over a massive area?
A very, very distant B. Think about a huge stadium tour or a broadcast campus. You need to get 4 channels of flawless audio miles away with zero noise. And this kit does it by just swapping out those big, heavy copper cables for a single tiny strand of fiber.
Okay, so let's start right there. We all know copper cables. They work fine in a studio. Why do they just, fall apart when you're talking about that kind of scale?
Well, with copper, you basically run into 2 huge deal breakers for long distances. First, the signal just gets weaker and weaker. It fades away. The distance is a real problem.
And the second thing.
The second, and this is the big one for audio quality, is noise. Copper is basically a giant antenna. It just soaks up every bit of electrical interference around it, EMI, RFI, you name it.
So your beautiful audio signal gets all muddy?
Exactly. Fiber optics is just light, so it's completely immune to all of that. It bypasses the whole problem.
Which brings us to the magic trick, right? The conversion. How do you take that smooth analog wave and turn it into flashes of light without losing that analog warmth?
That is the whole game. And that's why the specs on this are so important. The transmitter, the TX box, it takes your audio and it covers a huge range from 10 hertz all the way up to 24.5 kilohertz. And it just processes it at an incredibly high resolution.
What kind of resolution are we talking about here?
We're talking about a 48 kilohertz sample rate with 24-bit digital bandwidth.
Okay, so why those numbers? Why are they so important?
Because that gives you enough detail to capture everything. The loudest peaks in a concert mix, the quietest little decay of a reverb tail, all of it. There's no digital clipping or weird artifacts.
So it's clean.
It's incredibly clean. You get a signal-to-noise ratio of better than 79 dBs. I mean, that means you can run this thing for 20 kilometers, and you still have basically no noise floor. You just can't do that with copper.
And this specific model uses a terminal block for the connections.
Right, for those 4 channels. It's a compact setup for 600 ohm unbalanced impedance.
This is where it gets really mind-blowing for me, the distance and the speed, because in live sound, latency, any kind of delay, is an absolute killer.
Oh, it has to feel instant. And this kit delivers. We're talking about a latency of just 1 millisecond.
1 millisecond, that's nothing.
It's practically nothing. So it's perfect for live concerts, for broadcasts, for auditoriums, anywhere that timing is critical.
Yeah.
And for distance, with standard multimode fiber, you can get around 2,000 feet, which is pretty good.
But the real game changer is single mode fiber.
Absolutely. That's when you jump from a few thousand feet to 20 kilometers.
Wow.
Yeah. 20. That's like sending perfect high-fidelity audio from one side of a major city to the other with zero noise. And for some really specialized stuff, there are even long-haul models that can push that out to 120 kilometers.
So this model we're talking about, it's not a one-off thing. It's part of a whole system.
It's a whole family. You can get 2 channels, or you can go huge with 8, 16, I think even 32 analog channels. And yeah, if you don't like the terminal block, there are other models that just use the standard XLR connectors everyone is used to.
And they come as little standalone boxes, or you can rack them up.
Yep, either portable standalone units, or you can just slot them into a rack as blades. Super versatile.
So I guess the big takeaway for you listening is that fiber isn't just for internet data anymore. It's become this essential guardian for high-quality analog sound, keeping it pure and getting it there instantly over distances copper could never handle.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
And here's a final thought to chew on. This whole kit, the F-4A-TxRx, it's unidirectional, one way. Sound flows from the stage to the mixing board out to the world, and that's perfect for that job.
Right.
But what about a complex broadcast setup where you need to send audio back?
Yeah.
Think about communication lines, feedback, return feeds. What advantages would a bidirectional kit like the F-4A-B model give you in that kind of workflow? That's really something to think about when you're designing your next big system.